Hey everyone, it's Alexander Robinson. Welcome to the channel, and this is my review for Phantom of the Opera, which came out in 1943, stars Claude Rains, and doesn't have "the" in the title, just Phantom of the Opera. This movie is essentially a remake of the 1925 film, except it's in color, it has sound galore, and it goes into a little more backstory of the title character, and we end up finding out why he has decided to become the Phantom of the Opera. I think for most people, it's easy to say that the Lon Chaney Phantom of the Opera is probably the most iconic. When you think of Universal monsters and you think of Phantom of the Opera, instantly the Lon Chaney interpretation comes to mind. In fact, I didn't even know this movie existed until Universal restored their essential Universal monster films, and this Phantom of the Opera was included and not the Lon Chaney film. So I just found that really peculiar, but since I've decided to dedicate to reviewing the remaining Universal monster films, I figured I might as well check this one out if I'm reviewing the 1925 film. And while there are things to like and respect about this remake, it doesn't hold a candle to Lon Chaney's. Let's talk about Claude Rains. A decade prior, he was known for playing the Invisible Man, and he's amazing in that movie. As for his Phantom, he's good in the role, and the way that this story is told, and this interpretation of the Phantom of the Opera, it reminds me of the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, where we go into more detail about Michael Myers and get an understanding of why he decided to become this mass murderer. In this case, we get to see the Phantom as a regular musician at the Paris Opera House, Eric Claudin, and we see why he decides to become the Phantom of the Opera. We see how unfairly he's treated, how he feels like everyone's against him, and he's not deformed this time around. Instead, he's hit in the face by acid, so throughout the majority of the movie, he's wearing a mask. And it definitely makes this version of the Phantom more sympathetic than Lon Chaney's, but again, it's not as interesting. The Lon Chaney Phantom came with a shroud of mystery. We didn't really get a good look at him until halfway through the movie, and even then, he's still a mysterious and dark character. This time around, we know what this guy's about, and the big reveal when his mask comes off, that happens at the end of the movie, not the halfway point. So this movie feels like it's more dedicated to the origin of the Phantom of the Opera rather than the actual Phantom itself. This also has the unique distinction of being the only Universal monster movie to be in color, and it works in some moments. Like the Paris Opera House sequences are beautiful. The movie is very well shot. They once again used the old Phantom sets from stage 28 that were used in the original film, and it looks gorgeous. So gorgeous, in fact, that this movie actually won an Academy Award, two in fact, for production design and cinematography, making it the only Universal monster movie to ever be nominated for and win an Oscar. Some of the other actors are good as well, like Eddie Nelson and Susanna Foster, but they don't really stand out in terms of their characters. Again, this movie, I think I appreciate it in the sense that it's very different from the Lon Chaney version. It just doesn't come close to the Lon Chaney version. And it surprises me that this is the version that's on all the Blu-rays. It's always confounded me. Even when Universal put out a complete edition of the Universal Monsters with 30 movies, it's the Claude Rains Phantom of the Opera, not the Lon Chaney one, which is so bizarre because this movie kind of feels like the black sheep of the Universal monsters, mainly due to the fact that it's in color. It just feels so out of place when every other movie is in black and white. Again, all the opera house scenes are amazing and look beautiful in color, but if you turn down the color on your TV, they don't look good in black and white, whereas all the stuff in the sewer and the Phantom's lair look fantastic in black and white. So it's not a bad movie at the end of the day. I'd say it's good, but it's just not like, oh my god, great. If you had to pick one Phantom of the Opera movie to watch, make it the Lon Chaney version, because that one is a legit Universal monster movie. This one is a good movie, and there was one critic that said, if you don't look at it as a horror movie, but rather a musical, it works well. I think if you look at this movie with that in mind, it can work out. And there you go, that's my review for Phantom of the Opera. I hope you enjoyed it. Now we're gonna get into the rest of the Universal monsters. We are done with the Phantom, and we are going to move on to Dracula, the start of the sound era of Universal monsters. And ironically, it's with a movie that I have already reviewed. But you know, that review has been out for over 10 years. I think it's time for an update. So thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I want to give a special thank you to my subscribers and YouTube members right over here. You guys are the reason why this channel continues to grow every day, and if you want to help to financially support the channel, you could do so via YouTube memberships for as little as $1.99 a month. But until next time, I want to know what you guys think about Phantom of the Opera. Whatever your opinions are, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button to get notifications. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, you can find me on these social media platforms and my theme park and travel channel right here on YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, have a good day and take care of yourselves.